doing my series of videos on right now. And I wanted to tell you my biggest why. My why I'm in this business, okay? The reason why I'm in this business is because my husband works 60 hours a week. And that's drive time and everything else. But he's gone from my house 60 hours a week. And that hurts us as a family and our family dynamic. He doesn't see, the children when he leaves for work in the morning because they're asleep. And he only sees them 2 hours at night when he gets home. Which, that's tough on any family dynamic. That's tough on the mom because it's almost like she's the mom. It's tough on the kids because, daddy's only, dad only gets, 2 for 10 hours a week during the week to really spend with his children. And, that's just not what we wanted. We want our children to be with us as much as they can now while they're small. And I don't know if you remember, and I told you that I have twin 4-year-olds, boy girl, and a 6-year-old boy. So it's so important for us, for me, to be a big part of their lives now. I don't want somebody else raising my children. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with people that have to go to work and have to put their children in preschool or in daycare, because you do what you have to do, and I don't put anybody down for doing what they have to do. But for myself, because I'm in a position to stay home, but barely stay home, mind you. I was in a position to barely stay home with the children, but I wanted more than that. I wanted my husband to not have to work so much. I wanted him to spend more hours with our kids while they're small, and I wanted to have the lifestyle that we wanted instead of just staying in the house all the time. I wanted to be able to go out and spend money on the kids. I wanted this summer to be spectacular. I wanted to go to the water parks, and I wanted to go to theme parks and do all the stuff that it took. If it cost money, then I had to spend. And I don't mean extravagant, because I'm not extravagant, trust me. But I do like to have the money for what I want to do. I do. And I'm sure all of you do too. And so I need to find a way to make that happen. And so that is why I'm doing this business now.
Doing my network marketing thing, and it wasn't going well. I felt like my ship was sinking fast. My husband wasn't happy. There was a lot of time being taken away from our kids. Not only with his time, but now I was spending time away from the kids. And I couldn't afford to mess around anymore. So I needed to show him I could make the sort of income that it required so that I could work less and he could work less, and we could enjoy our life while our children were young. And that's the most important why that I have, is enjoying.
Because I take a huge responsibility in what my little people end up like and what they become. I truly believe it is a huge parental responsibility when it comes to what your children are doing when they're not in your presence. My kids are great, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying that at home, it seems like, I'm on all the time. But when they're in the presence of other people, and we're in a big setting with many other people at parties or dinner or whatever, everyone comments on how wonderful they are. And I think that's completely due to the fact that I am home with them, and I am spending time with them, and their daddy is spending more time with them. So, anyway, to get to that point, I needed to succeed, and I needed to do it quickly because I wasn't. In the network marketing business that I was taught, and all of the old school methods that I was taught, this wasn't working for me. So, this time, I was serious. I was serious this time about this new network marketing company that I joined. And I mean, like I wasn't serious before. I've
always been serious, but this time it seemed like it mattered more than ever, because I took a long time to decide when I decided I was going to have kids. I was older when I decided to have kids, and so it seemed like everything mattered more now because there was less time for everything to happen. So this time I devoured everything I could get my hands on about network marketing. I read all the books, and I listened to the audios non-stop in my car and at home. I was on every team call and attended every opportunity meeting. I went to all the events, even the international in New Jersey. I milked my upline and everybody else's upline for every drop of wisdom and advice I could get from them. I plastered my house with goal cards and pictures of all the stuff I wanted to do when we were making it. I tried everything. I wanted to make it work, and I wanted everybody else to realize that I was doing the very best that I could. And I was. And most importantly, I did everything I was told to do, exactly the way I was told to do it. I made my names list, my warm market. I made them. I contacted everyone on it, okay? I showed the plan. I called some leads. I drove all over the place, I did the 3-way calls. I passed out the videos. I set coffee appointments at Starbucks and, everywhere else. But at least, that was a business expense, got to look at that point. I called more leads. I did home meetings, lots of home meetings. I showed the plan. I brought people to the hotel meetings. Well, the people that said they were going to come, and then I'd go to pick them up and they weren't ready and they didn't really come. But then there was the ones that came, but, it's like, I think they were just, being nice. I really didn't have many sign-ups from that. I passed out all the business cards. I showed the plan some more. I prospected everyone with a pulse. Seriously, everyone that had a pulse heard about what I was doing. I mean, it's funny because, you know, my friends laugh because it's, you know, there's Kimberly again pitching her product or her, you know, her opportunity. Anyway, you know, I've said that before, and so I was tired of that, and you know, I prospected everyone and used the referral approach. I practically wore off the numbers off my phone, you know, calling leads that weren't actually good leads. You know, I did the whole deal. I mean, you know, everything you can imagine. Did I mention I showed the plan? I showed the plan to everybody. I was like, look at this comp plan. Oh my gosh, you know, look at this amazing company. I mean, it's you know, services. It's not a product. We did have a product, but I loved the product, and I was passionate about the product, and I still am passionate about the product, but it wasn't making me any money. And so anyway, you know, I'm busting my tail, and I wasn't any closer to producing a leveraged income, you know, than I was when I started. I mean, imagine that, right? You're sitting there going, that sounds like me. Well, sure, I had a small organization going on,